If you are anything like me, you're just thinking, read a book, people, then you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, world that we live in. Just read a book. We have at our disposal, in our hands at all time, all the world's information. We have it right in our hands. We can find anything we need to find out. So when we pick up our cell phones, we're holding more technology than was in Apollo 13. There's more tech in that phone, and you have access to all information. Any time my kids ask, hey, Dad, what's this or what's that? I just pick up my phone, I hit the button, and I ask Siri. I get the information right away. It's like, you guys can do that. You guys really can just ask. It's fine. Ask. So when you see, and other people have been seeing, crocodiles and alligators being frozen over, because Florida's going through some weird weather right now, and frozen over, and they've just got their faces sticking out of the top of the ice. And people are calling left and right, calling the Herpetological Society, calling all these rescue organizations, calling the police, calling 911, because there's a frozen alligator or a frozen crocodile that's in the pond, the creek, wherever it is, what's frozen over. And they're losing their mind about it. Instead of, let me do some research and seeing if this is something that something we can do. This is natural. This is what alligators and crocodiles do. This is part of their defense. This is part of their evolution. The reason why we still have dinosaurs roaming among us is because these smart SOBs adapted and are still roaming around. And they're surviving everything we throw at them. And they're okay. They're living in Florida, just sunning it up. I remember I had a friend who lived in Florida that said they run their AC 24/7, 365 year round. It's just always air conditioning weather. And now there's things freezing over. So these crocodiles, these alligators are like, no, we don't panic. Wait, what are we going to panic for? We know how to do this. You see, they get their little noses above the ice so they can breathe. That's it. That's all they need. They slow their heart rate down to almost coma-like. They just adapt, and they go into something called brumation. It's the same thing that Fernando Tortosuela, my tortoise, goes into every year when the temperature gets cold. He goes into like a sleepy mode. It's not a hibernation. It's called a brumation. And the difference is hibernation, you're done. You're basically comatose for a certain amount of time. Brumation is kind of the best way I can describe it, and as I think it is when your alarm clock goes off in the morning and you hit snooze, and then you are at like this level of like perfect sleep, but you're not entirely asleep. You're not all the way knocked out, but you know something's going to come up. You know something. You're still mildly alert, but you're just in that phase. That's brumation. Yes, that's right. Jim heard brumation, not brunation. Brumation. What you think me, of all people, would get an animal that goes through something called brumation? Makes total sense. It makes total sense. But when you see this little alligator out there, just oh, he's stuck. Oh, he's stuck. Two things come into play here. Either Darwinism, and that means you're going to walk out on the ice and see if you can save him. Or you just you grab your phone and see what to do when an alligator or a crocodile is frozen into a lake, and your phone will say, let me introduce you to something really cool called brumation. There you go. And as a added PSA, if you see an animal that is in distress, use that phone to do some research or call someone. You aren't the pro. Don't go get it. Don't go help it. Especially if it's a baby, because if it's a little baby, you might think it's alone, but I can assure you, mommy and daddy are watching. Mommy and or daddy are watching you, and if they see you as a threat, they're coming to take care of their baby. They're going to definitely protect their baby. So just call somebody. Like on the birds and the hawks and the owls and the eagles and stuff. Call Queen Bee. She got this. She'll go running out there. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Told a classroom full of sophomores that they had all the info they needed on their phones, and then told them about card catalogs and the Dewey Decimal System. Could you imagine? Could you imagine any of our kids? Remember microfiche? Is that what we call it? Microfiche? I always sound like I'm some bad guy in a movie, like a Bond movie or something. The microfiche. Remember that? You had to slide it across the light, and you crank the little thing, and then you would take like a picture of it, and it would print out. Oh, yes. What's up, Eddie? How you been, man? It's good to see you. Good to have you here. But yes, it's this abrumation thing. The alligators, everybody, crocodiles, they got it taken care of. So when everybody's like, global warming strikes again, climate change causing crocodiles and alligators to, they're not dying. They're not dying. They know how to do this. They know exactly how to do this. And how cool is that, though? The instinct of an animal. I mean, it's cool. This is why I'm such a huge fan of bird dogs. Just watching their instinct in every way. It's just so much fun. This isn't training. It's just instinct. And these crocodiles, these alligators, they feel the water getting more dense, colder, more dense. They know what to do. They magically know what to do. Even the Floridian reptilian. Yep, gonna go with that. Reptiles. Yeah. Look on their face. Oh gosh, I can imagine. Yeah, white people have libraries still. There's still libraries. I think here in my hood, they're turning the library into like the governor's office, or the mayor's office. Yeah. Gator nuggets. This is what I heard too. I heard gator nuggets are just absolutely fantastic. I've not had it, and I really, really want it. I've had just a straight up, not a fried version of alligator, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was unbelievable. I think it was at I want to say the Jazz Kitchen. Yeah. So probably use a bit more. No. Let's just keep them on the instinct, buddy. Let's keep them on the instinct. You could definitely use some more. Yeah. Training instinct. Instinct gets us in trouble every single time. As men, we get in trouble every single time. All right. Oh, so Jim was in Tampa 2 weeks ago. Did you run into any of this? You see any frozen crocodiles, or is that where you had your crocodile nuggets or your gator nuggets? I mean, just wonderful, wonderful meat. That, and I found that, okay, Jim, the other Jim, Ultra Jim, agrees with that. So what I also heard, and tell me if I'm wrong, because I haven't had it, but I've heard is probably one of the best game meats there is mountain lion. And of course, that's one of those things that you're going to have to get over, right? And I think a lot of times when we are eating game meat, we have to get past what it is. And that kind of mental block that we have. Oh, so gator steaks too? Oh, hell yeah, let's go. So yeah, I'm all for trying anything twice. Yeah, so there is a block that we all have, and it just is. The first time I ate pigeon, it took me a minute to get over it. And I was really enjoying it. It tastes really good. It was fantastic. But I still was kind of getting that little, kind of like, this is a pigeon. Yeah. And good. I'm glad you escaped, Jim. Left right before the snow apocalypse. Great job. Yeah. And it's funny, you're down there for a hockey tournament, which would have been better if you were there for the snow apocalypse. But anyway, the block over that kind of thing, it's the only way you can get past it. The only way out is through. So you have to eat it. I really, and Jim will back me on this one, because Jim and I both subscribe to the Tequila Jim, and I both subscribe to the opinion that that game meat should be cooked over fire like God intended it. So we don't like this whole, I need to get the gamey taste out of this, marinating in like brining it in 7-Up and whole creamer and all this stuff like that. I just don't understand any of that, because a dove is supposed to taste like dove. It's not supposed to taste like chicken. Elk is supposed to taste like elk. Bison is supposed to taste like bison, not steak. It's not beef. I mean, I had the Watusi, which is basically just African cattle, and the Watusi tastes like steak-ish. It's steak adjacent. I think it tastes better than the stuff you buy in the store, except for the last one, Princess Slavo's Watusi. I'm still chewing it. It gets back to the Christmas vacation, table scene, the dinner scene, where they're eating the turkey and they're like dipping in water, trying to that Watusi was a dinosaur. Speaking of dinosaurs, that's exactly what it is. Gator has pork loin texture and a fishy, shrimpy taste. Oh, okay. That's a good way to put that, I think. I hope Tequila Jim would agree with that, but that's a decent way to put that. Try dice. Yeah. What did you think of the bison, Ron? What'd you think of that? It actually has more omega-3s than salmon, believe it or not. Yeah, it's a very, very healthy meat. For people with MS, bison is probably the best meat they can eat. Yep, it really is. But yeah, I definitely want to try gator. I actually, you know what? There's a butcher here on the west side, because as we know, west side, always the best side. There's a butcher over here called Off the Hook that actually has gator. I'm going to go try it. We're going to go try it. Hopefully, maybe this weekend. Don't know. Brennan says he loves the bison. Brother-in-law always uses it for his meatballs and pasta nights. That's almost sacrilegious, I think. A meatball, a bison meatball. I don't know what that. Bison lasagna, pretty solid. So I guess you're right. Okay, so I'll go with that. It's not too sacrilegious. Very tender, not a lot to chew. Okay, all right. So the kids were into it as well. And I mean, I've eaten game meat with your kids, so I mean, it's not like it was too hard of a stretch for Tequila Jim's kids to come around for that. Yeah. The gateway. I swear to God, I swear, you East Valley snobs. Here's Tequila Jim. Yeah, that's it. West Side kid. Gateway to Quartzsite. Wait, hold on. How do I block comment? Yeah. All right, so you thought it was good. Let me go through this. You thought it was good. There's a tavern in town we visit in Wyoming that serves bison burgers. Oh hell yeah. I'm not like elk when it comes to burgers. This is the weird thing too. When it comes to burgers, I hate elk burgers. I think elk burgers suck. I've never had a good elk burger ever. I've had fantastic bison burgers. I've had fantastic venison burgers, but I just do not like elk. I do not like the taste of elk burgers for some reason. And I can cook elk in most anything and be happy. Yeah. For gator babies to release into Tempe Town Lake. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, don't do that. Just don't do that. Especially I'm out there on the kayaks. You know, I always say it's such a family, cool place to take the kids in Tempe Town Lake. It's so much fun. Yeah, it's not a thing there at all. They just elk has let's see, beef to hold it together as a burger. Elk has to have beef fat, of course. Oh yes. No, I it's funny because my doctor, God bless her, who told me she didn't want me to die, so I had to change my diet. I had steak and eggs for lunch yesterday. It was fantastic. And bison, I'm sorry, bison. I had boar tenderloin. Before that, I just have to eat meat. She said bonus points if I go full carnivore. But Jim, she asked what I used in my for my ground for bison. I said 80-20. She goes, go 70-30 next time. My doctor said that. Go 70-30. She said it's better for you. Yeah. No, actually, Lynn, that's what we've been talking about. We've been talking about the gators, about eating gators. So no, I have not, but it seems everyone else has. What's up, Grizz? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in from Wickenburg. I appreciate that. Elk steaks. Oh, elk sausages too. Oh, forget about it. Bison summer sausage I had. Woo-hoo! Yeah, that was a whole new level. That was a whole new level of yum. The daily dose of vitamin yum. It's so fantastic. But stop it. Stop it. Stop marinating. Stop wrapping everything in bacon. Stop deep frying every single thing and just get to what the damn animal tastes like. I mean, it's delicious. And again, you just have to get past it. That's all you have to do is get past it. I mean, I had no problem wearing gator boots. I have no problem wearing, what are my last boots I got? Japanese water monitor, Komodo dragon or whatever. No problem with that. If I wear the boots, I can eat the meat, right? She's related. What? A doctor from Cannonball Run. Oh man! So is RFK a go show topic? 100% it is, bud. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later. As a matter of fact, Greg Meekin is going to be my guest host today. So we'll be talking about that. Elk sausage is here we go. Yes, it's huge and it's good, Grizz. We did this. We did the ram that I got. We did the Rocky Mountain oysters. It's okay. I mean, it's not people. Oh, so good. No, they're not. No, they're not. It's okay. And that's something you really have to get over. If you're going to eat the testicles of something that you take, you've got to get over it. You really, really got to get over it. It's a big hump to get over. That's for sure. Yeah. Oh, closer to pork belly. Oh, yeah. I like the pork belly. Hell yeah. Oh, get long just fine. Tell him about your freezer of game meat, and he gets envious. Maybe I'll bring some on Saturday. We'll bring a little something for y'all on Saturday. That's the way we go. Oh, see, I like what you did there with the Rocky Mountain oysters. Yeah, there you go. Yes, I am. But not nuts for those. My dad won a Rocky Mountain oyster eating contest when he was in the military. Not kidding. Then they told him what it was. Yeah. Immediately vomited. Still won, but vomited. Because that's the worst thing you can do. I don't think that is a good way to get people to take on to have some game meat. Keep trying game meat, to try new things. That is not the way to do it. Because if you say, "Oh, you like it? Oh, you're enjoying that? Oh, yeah. Hey, just so you know, that's an animal I killed last year." No. Be upfront. Be honest with people. Let them know this is what I'm serving. Okay, this is what I am serving. And sometimes I'll admit this. I'll get the cheap ground beef, like the cheap stuff in like a tube. And if I'm making some like elk spaghetti or something like that for somebody like elk, something like that, yeah, I'll mix that in. I ain't trying to use all of my bison for guests. Oh, no. Is this bison? No. It's just the same. No, it's packaged stuff. Here, I'll show you the package. Stuff I got from the store. Don't you? And then if they never know, you're good. You with the casserole, dude. I'm telling you. I made a casserole 2 weeks ago, and it was fantastic. It was amazing. Yes. Okay, so Rhonda said that my Sith joke was my Star Wars joke that I sent as a reply to an email she sent me. For those Star Wars nerds, I'll give it to you. What do you call a Jedi that doesn't want to fight? A Sithie. That's all I got. Yeah. As I said, I'll show my way out. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not an alligator. I don't get frozen in things, but I do not like this weather. I really am sorry. I don't enjoy it. I hate being cold. Ask Tequila Jim. I hate being cold. And it's funny. You look at it, you're like, oh no, it's only 40 degrees. That's fine, man. It's like it was 35 yesterday. That was tough. I did 40 degrees today when I'm out walking Oz. And I'm like, no, I do not like being out here. I don't. That's why I have to stomach. You can give me 115 all day long. Don't care. 115 don't bother me. Got AC, got a pool. Life's good. Don't worry about it. This old nonsense with 40 degrees, 30-something degrees out in the morning. No, I don't like that. This is the only time of year I will run out to the truck as quick as I can, turn on the truck, get it warm. I'm getting back inside. 10 minutes later, I go back out there and get in the truck. I hate being cold. I hate it. Jim can tell you how much gas him and I have gone through. Tequila Jim can tell you how much gas we've gone through just sitting in the truck on a hunt because I didn't want to get out. No, it's cold out there, dude. No, bro, seriously, it's 8 degrees out there. It's 8. Did you hear that? 8. There's no teen following that. It wasn't double digits. It was 8 or 20 or 40 preceding it. We're not getting out. We're in this nice truck and we're hanging out. Yeah, and Grizz says he's going to be in shorts coming out to the event. I'm telling you, I saw a guy I know walking his dog today wearing shorts, and it was 39 degrees. I'm like, no. I hate wearing pants. I want to wear shorts all the damn time. Now my legs when your skin on your leg starts to hurt, I'm done with that noise. You're some outdoors guy. Yeah, I'm an outdoors guy with the creature comforts of heat and air conditioning. Yeah, that's what I am. An outdoorsman that loves his off the ground tent with a giant heater in it. And Coleman gas canners. Here we go. Yeah. And Greg just said that. He needs a sweater for anything under 75. He's from Canada. He's got dual citizenship. They will not let him back in the country if he admits that openly again. They will not allow him back in Canada, which I don't think is too big of a deal. Yeah, it was 4 degrees. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason. Stay home. Like, if I can't go outside, if we're going on some sort of vacation trip or whatever, and I can't go somewhere, I can't go outside and be comfortable and enjoy myself, I don't want to go. I don't. Snowboarding is maybe something I'll try again in my life. The last time I went snowboarding was in Tahoe, and I was stuck at the top of Heavenly in a snowstorm, complete whiteout. I couldn't see 7-8 feet in front of me. Trying to get down, took a huge fall, and it broke 3 ribs and tore the bindings off of my snowboard. That's the last time I snowboarded. I'm like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? This makes no sense. Yeah. Okay, elk tags are a reason. Okay, fair. It's especially when the elk tags, you go somewhere and you actually see elk. That's another part of that. Oh, somebody has this meme going around, and I've got to check. If you guys know who Cameron Haynes is one of the Joe Rogan crew. He's one of the Meat Eater crew. Cameron Haynes is all about fitness. Like, a guy shot a deer and then like put the deer on his shoulders and carried it back to camp. I mean, he's all about this. The dude is on it. He's really on it. And there's a meme going around just punking the guy. And they're talking about all the training they have to do. Just watched all Cameron Haynes videos, something like that, all the training, and the guy's drinking a beer. He's like training for all of the guided private ranch hunts that he's going on. Just kneecapped him. Just absolutely kneecapped him. What? Did you do your Aunt Bunny impression? How do you do? You don't do an Aunt Bunny impression. There's no Aunt Bunny impression. There's a Uncle Gus. What are you talking about, your Aunt Bunny? It's like Goonie Goo Goo? What are you talking about, dude? I don't know what Tequila Jim's talking about. Tequila Jim might be hitting a tequila at 11:25. Who knows? You just never know. Blood thinners for me 75 and I'm freezing. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's man. Our blood's thin enough being out here. Yeah. No. See? No. That's why you leave. Guys, look, we're all about getting outdoors. We want to get outdoors. We want to experience things outdoors. That's not. When 1 out of every 12 days, an entire month, is below 0, they have a TV show about that on the History Channel. It's called Life Below Zero, and it's not fun. The reason why it's a TV show is because nobody wants to do that. Your wife is a Bigfoot, ain't she, Gus? I have that entire like word for word. I have it down. My parents would not. My dad hated it that had any kind of Eddie Murphy stand-up tape. It was a tape. I had this little tape player, not even like a Walkman. It was a tape player, and I had to hide it. And I played the Cookout over and over and over again. Every time I hear somebody go, "What's today's date?" Lose it. Yeah, don't go to Cookhouse. Definitely don't go to Cookhouse. The fishing part. I'm so lost to what you got. Yo, okay. Oh, okay. I see the fishing part of the Aunt Bunny. Yeah. No, it's just 2 kids. They slam their faces in the water for 2 minutes, Gus, and they come up with fish. One of the kids takes a fish out of his mouth, looks at his brother, says, "Goonie Goo Goo." God, is it seriously probably the best bit in comedy history? That entire thing. Falling down the stairs. Why does the History Channel suck? Well, at least they're playing something other than Hitler, because that's what I thought the H stood for. It's all they did. Such a great penis. Okay. All right, we got to get out of here. I literally had notes of things to talk about in the cold, and Jim mentioned the little Coleman canisters. Holy cow. The days, let me tell you. Before we realize that, no, if you go on the internet and you ask how to stay warm in certain scenarios, there's probably 20 things that you can do that you haven't been doing. So we might talk about it tomorrow. Holy cow, because we went on a whole different rant. I did not know that Delirious was going to be a part of this Eddie Murphy Delirious. Roll Charlie around. Roll Charlie around. He'll be okay. Yeah, look at Charlie over there with 3rd-degree burns, eating a mother effing Frank. Oh, you want to eat? You want to eat? Okay, stay warm out there, kids. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 right here on the Go Show. Celebrating all things outdoors. This beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. Have a great day, guys.